guys remember that video where I was in the garden walking around peaceful, thinking, had it to myself and just relaxing, thinking about how beautiful this is? Well, none of that. This episode, we're in the heart of Saigon and we are exploring the famous Walking Street. Many tourists only visit this famous boulevard at night, but daytime, it's totally different. So in this vlog, I'm going to show you all the hidden gems as we discover them. And make sure y'all subscribe to catch more authentic travels. Let's get lost. Now, what is... Wow. Dig this building. So again, if you're new to this channel, I do unfiltered vlogs. I just want you to give you the raw look of the location so that you can see exactly how it is. You can experience the ambience. You can see the busyness. You can see how people interact with you or with me. And this can help you guys gauge your travel to places like this and more easier. Okay, let's do it. So in these walks, I basically just have the location plan that I want to go to, but I don't have a agenda. So basically, as I see it, I explore it. And as I explore it, you experience it. My aim is to make this walking vlog as genuine as possible to the real experience. But since we will be covering a lot of ground today, I try and speed up things a little more. But expect for it to get crazy in this video. Right now we're in an area where the traffic isn't as bad, but we will be headed there. So I am giving you guys a glimpse of the buildings here for our crossover. Okay, you see we got photo shoots going on right here. Now, you guys can see it's a lot of people out now. The time is 10:02. Do a quick loop around. One more, and let's go. So I'm going to try and do all my street crossings while the traffic's low before it gets hectic. And you guys will see what I mean when I say hectic. Like it gets really, really chaotic. And now I'll quiet a bit so you guys can take in the ambience. And yes, it is very hot out here. Like very, very hot. Okay. Yes, we're crossing right here. So a pro tip, what I found when crossing the road here is you always keep your eyes on the cars or the bikes specifically so that they can see you, and I mean basically you can see them. Actually, before I go there, show you guys this building. Okay. Now, so since I'm kind of walking at a faster pace so that I can cover more ground in this video, I am not spending as much time filming certain segments as I normally would to give you guys a better grasp of the area in the time that I have to record. Check it. Trying to do my best to show you guys some of the stores available for some of the clothing that they have. If you can see through the window, if not, my bad. So the way I usually do these walks is I get a grab driver to drop me off into an area that looks like it will make a nice video, and I'm pretty much there. I get dropped off and then I just wander pretty much and explore. You guys see how that traffic is starting to pick up? Walk here really fast while it's green. So there are a lot of motorcycle riders here. A lot. Which is very cool actually. And again, you see these things right here. They're supposed to stop the motorcycles from getting off the street and riding on the sidewalk where you're walking. So basically, we implement it as a safety measure. They kind of work, but some people are just very creative. No, thank you. And check out this beautiful building. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice location. And as you can see, it's a very busy location. Okay, let's continue. You guys can see how crazy it is traffic-wise. So at this specific intersection, there are no signs. So what that means is you have to eye it. And remember I was telling you about looking at the vehicles as you pass? So this way I make sure they see me, I see them, and then I go. Because see, they just come up. So you gotta always keep your eyes on the road here, always. So, coffee tea house. You got an art gallery. More dresses. So pretty much, I do this style of vlogging so you see how it's like when you're walking around. If you don't have a motorcycle or you don't have a car to get around, you can see the area is very walkable. It's just very big. Like, you will be walking for a long time if you want to cover the whole distance on foot. But I do this to show that it is possible. You know, you can just walk everywhere if you really want to exercise and to get the calorie burn in. Okay, it's looking like I may need to cross the street up here. I guess we'll see once I get closer. So hopefully you guys can see that without the glare too badly. Okay, let's see, we're coming up on another statue. So I also have to keep my eyes downward. I don't trip over those motorcycle rails. I'm sure you guys will find that hilarious. See that? And that traffic, they're not playing. They're not playing. I'm gonna come up here and then I'll cross over. Okay, here we go again. So I always choose to cross in the areas where the roads are not as thick. So I'm not worried about as many vehicles. All right. And we are across. And you guys can see where we just came from. See that? And we are in a loop. And I don't know what building this is we're walking up on, but it is gorgeous. Okay, there it is. There's the name. We have a whole photo shoot or filming shoot going on there that we just walked through by accident. Yep, I don't know exactly what that is, but I am going to try and take you guys inside. If it is okay to film in there. Give you guys a quick view. Okay.
Hai mẹ nắm tay nhau đi ra ngoài. Không, không, được chưa chồng.
Just walk into one of the shops. Got some cool hats here. So it is a souvenir shop for the most part.
Quà lợi.
And there's a lot of people in here, but it's nowhere near as packed as it could be. So there's that. This spot is called the Post. Okay. So I'll hold it up so you guys can see everything. And then I'll turn around and get back to the walk. This is cool jewelry. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, kids are graduating. That's cool. It's always a great feeling to graduate. Okay, so you got a war monument. Okay, now back to trying to get lost. So I know a lot of people are bad at directions, and I can understand that they do the exact opposite of what I do. They want to know where they're going. But with me, since I was in the military for 20 years, I did a lot of land nav to where we're essentially dropped off in the middle of nowhere, and we had to figure out how to get to our point, our destination, using land features. So I always enjoy doing that, and I incorporate that in a way into my vlogs now. So I just essentially get lost, and then I make my way to a destination. So I'm looking at something pretty cool, and I'm going to take you guys down here. Okay. So you guys can sign Ho Chi Minh City Book Street. Okay. So let's see what's here on Book Street.
Wow.
Interesting. I've never been to an actual book street to where the street was literally nothing but books. I know y'all like, well, what do you expect on a book street? But I'm just saying, I've never seen a street dedicated to buying books. It's actually quite refreshing because a lot of you guys don't know, but I'm a published author. I wrote a novel, 2 poetry books, and 3 children's books, which are all published on Amazon. So I like seeing stuff like this that lifts up the authors. Now I'll try and slow it down a little more for you guys so you can see what kind of books they offer. Of course, most are in Vietnamese, but they do have some in English and others in different languages. And they even got the cafes where you can sit down and read your books. Some posters spotlighting the culture. And some books. Show you guys the lamps up here because I like the way they look. Sometimes when I'm walking, the director side of me kicks in and I just see something really beautiful and I just have to take a moment to capture it. I don't know if you guys can see like the little leaf things that are blowing down, but they're pretty cool to view. Okay, I will cross back over. Of course, I got a spa and wellness spot right back there. So what I have been on a lot here are these spas and these massages. They're top tier. So if you come, I definitely suggest trying to experience that. You know what? Let's walk in the store. Let's just see what's here. This is called, the Russian market. For any Russian viewers out there, this is what they have. I don't want to go too deep in it and get the camera in everybody's face while they're trying to work. They have a Russian food and ice cream thing up here, Russian drinks, clothing obviously, and Russian souvenirs as well on the top floor. And it looks like this thing. What? If you guys know somebody that'll wear this t-shirt, tag them in the comments. But yeah, yep, no way. But it's fun to look at. And here you just have more clothes. The spot is called the Box Market. Yeah, I hear somebody already saying, walk through. Okay, I'll walk through. And I slow down so you guys can see some of the souvenirs you can get. The custom dresses. Yeah, so my female audience got on to me about not slowing down to see clothes and jewelry, because apparently that's what they like, and I do not want to get in trouble with them. So here is what you requested. Hi. And handmade bags. And this is how I am dressed here. Shorts, shirt, keeping it light because it is extremely hot out here. And this is a full-on market that I walked into by accident. And that's why I like doing stuff like this, because I don't know where I'm going or what I'm going to run into. But yet it's fun just finding these things. And I don't know if you guys saw these purses, but those are nice. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have to physically force myself to slow down for these clothing so you guys can capture it. But I'm interested to see just how big this market is. Jewelry. Okay, it looks like the top of it, the Zero brand store. Custom Saigon clothing. And now we are back out at the market to do more exploring. So that's a cool little area for kids to play. Oh yeah, so that was pretty cool actually. Something I was totally not expecting, and yet it was worth every step. And now as we're exiting the end of it, I see a few more bookstores. And again, this is the Ho Chi Minh Book Street. And hope you guys enjoy this walk, because now I will end this one and I will catch you guys on the next one, which is very shortly. So I'm ending this one for the sake of time, but I'm not gone yet. I'll be right back. And make sure you subscribe so that you can catch the next journey. And until then,